What's up, y'all? It's your girl Bree Pre, and I'm back with another video. I'm sorry I had to laugh, you guys, because sometimes my parents watch my YouTube videos, and I guess my last video I didn't say that, so let's just get into everything that I got. Here is the box here. This box didn't get lost because USPS didn't mail it. Look, my rabbits ate all my stuff. Because USPS didn't mail it because it's a bigger box. But here's everything in here. Something growing around. I figured that we could basically use the brushes for the things that I don't have and like see how the brushes perform, because I did get this maroon set of brushes and this purple set of brushes. So let's just start with the brushes, and then we'll like, after I do my base, or once I start getting into things that I have here, we'll go into all of that. And let's start with a primer, I guess. Since we have these brushes, I can put a primer on with a brush and be like fancy like some of those other YouTubers. So what's up with that? I also noticed that Juvia'S had liquid lipsticks, but I just didn't feel like venturing into that side of them. Maybe if I decide I like their brand, then we can go into it, whatever. Okay, now that we're primed, I'm going to take some of the Maybelline 24-hour foundation. Oh, I guess we could use the other. We'll use the other flat brush for this as well. I'm going to mix it in with, I guess let's use the CoverGirl. Aren't they? Is it CoverGirl or L'Oreal? That's now cruelty free. I'm going to put them on my back of my hand like this, and I'm going to use the other. Oh, this is actually called a primer brush. What was this called? Okay, so this one was called the concealer brush, and this one is called the primer brush. So I guess I should have used the other one to prime, but it is what it is. I'm just going to paint this on my face. I like to do this regardless when I'm using a brush or a sponge. I don't know why. I think that I like to just see like it's an even layer on my face first, and then sort of blend it in. I'm gonna use this brush and buff it in. And this is when the true test happens. I do like to use a foundation brush a lot. I use the Wet n Wild one, this one right here. And I also use the Morphe M439 a lot. So I'm not like using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge all the time. And this video is going to be kind of long just because I have to do a full face. I guess I don't have to, but okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I think it made my skin look okay. I mean, everything seems to look, everything seems to be blended out good, right? Does that look like that to you guys? Freckles are still there. So I think that brush did a good job. So maybe we'll use a flat brush to blend out the concealer. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit I was born this way. I find that if I use too much of this concealer, I can get super kinky. So what I've been doing lately is I've just been 1, 2, 3 and blend some of that there. And that's how I've been doing it lately because it just looks better. If I do too much concealer, like I said, it gets me, I'm cake face. So we're gonna use the flat top foundation brush now and see how well that does. I like that you can kind of like flick it around. That's pretty cool. I like you can do that. And for setting, I guess I'm just going to use this blending brush and I'm going to use some RCMA powder and I'm just going to press that in with that. You know, I was watching Raw Beauty Christy and she was saying how she doesn't set anymore and I'm just like, how? Because I crease even when I set it, and I know she like could say, oh, I blend it out or whatever, but I'm just like, you blend it out? I'm gonna go into eyebrows. They do have an angled brush and I'm excited to use this angled brush. I've never used a brush like this, like for my eyebrows that has that little like swoop right there. I think that that's kind of cool. I don't know how cool it'll be for eyebrows, but it is called the JP003 Precision Eyebrow Brush, so I'm pretty sure it was made for this. And you know, I'm gonna use my eyebrows with powder today. I'm just gonna go into a Beauty Killer palette and use this brown like I always do. It's time for me to really buy a new Beauty Killer palette, guys. It's just such a good red dye. I feel like this brush though is kind of like, it's kind of really big compared to the brush. This is the brush that I normally use for my eyebrows and this is the brush that I'm using now, so it's kind of way bigger than I'm used to, but hopefully bigger means faster and better, and I guess we're gonna find out. Okay. It's kind of fatter up here versus down there, so for these smaller brushes it's kind of a little bit hard to get sort of like close in a way. But I mean, it's working so far. Up in this area a bit. Seeming kind of hard to do that, isn't it? Okay, so there's one brow. I'm gonna do the other brow and I'll come back. Okay, so the eyebrows are on and now I just look like some mad flat faced lady. It's looking kind of crazy right now. So I did buy, if I can find it. Now I'm thinking that maybe I should have done eyes first, but I'm glad I didn't. But anyways, I did buy, and it was kind of dirty because I just got eyeshadow all on it from my eyebrows. See, it's kind of a little dirty. But I did get this is the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2. This is for lighter complected females, or at least this is what it looked like in my opinion. There's no mirror. I don't think any of these palettes have mirrors on them, and that could be your business whether or not you like it. But here's how it looks here. It is blush, and like this is a highlighter shade, and that to me looks like almost like a topper. It is a shimmery pink, maybe if you're darker or something like that. And it does look like it has a bronzer, and I have used this before, and I've used this before. So I've used this one, and that one. So I feel like today I'm still gonna use this bronzer, but maybe we'll use this blush, and we'll use this, and we'll put the highlighter topper on top of it, and I feel like that'll be cute. But right now we're just gonna do bronzer and blush, and I'll bake and do the eyeshadows, because before when I was using them, some of them do have a little bit of fallout. So this is volume 2. If you're darker than me, there's a volume 1, and it's real dark deep blushes, a real dark deep bronzer. So I think for the bronzer, I'm just going to go ahead and use this tapered contour brush, which is the J3. And I haven't used, obviously I haven't used this brush, but I normally don't use brushes like this when I bronze, but there's no better time like today to try some stuff out. So it does pull a little orange on me, but I'm not really mad at like a semi-orange bronzer, because I feel like it's like blushy and bronzy all at once. So orange, we have to really look. See, like, it looks real crazy on camera, but it doesn't look that crazy in real life. But it does look orange. It is an orange bronzer, that's for sure. I think last time I used a lighter hand, and with this brush you kind of really like have to concentrate it. So we look like we've been in Costa Rica, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. So let's go ahead and do some blush. I think I'm just going to use the same brush, because who cares? And maybe let's just take a mixture of... So that bronzer was called Yara. I think I'm going to take a mixture of B, which is right here, and Lena, which is right here. I am really happy that they have decided to not be like some of these other idiots and put the names of their eyeshadows and their blushes in the back, because like it confuses us, you know, like, is it the color right behind it? Is that what your name is? Or is it like a different color? It confuses a lot of people. We're all confused. Color pop. Or whatever. It is what it is. Now I'm going to put some powder underneath my eyes. I'm just going. So for palettes, like I mentioned, I did pick up 6 palettes. So I have the Saharan palette. Looks like this. I'm pretty sure I only used this shade or swatched it like once. I have the Nubian palette, which is more of, never used this one. This is more of an all natural type of situation. Never used that. I've only swatched a couple of these. I have the Masquerade Mini. So I'm guessing there's like a bigger one. Oh. I've used this blue and this blue and this blue, and it was really nice for my eyes. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it's Brie Dupree. I already have a picture using this palette along with this palette, which is my favorite one. And this is Zulu by Juvia'S. You can tell it's my favorite one because it's already super dirty. And I have used this shade and this shade and this shade and this shade and this shade out of this palette. I also have the Magic Mini, which only swatched a couple of shades in here. Haven't used it yet. Looks like that. And last but not least, I have the Nubian 2. So I think I had the first Nubian, right? Yeah. So I have the first Nubian, and here's the Nubian 2. Really huge pan size. Really a lot of product. I'm not the biggest fan of the shimmer shades in here. I'm not a fan of dark shimmers. Like, I don't understand how when anybody's going to put this shade just all over their eyelid. I don't typically go for shimmer shades like that, but do you? It's your business. So like I said, today I'm going for a more natural look today. So I think I might go ahead and use both of the Nubians. And maybe something else depending on how I'm feeling. I think I might just do like a brown eye today. I'm not sure. A brown eye with something on the lid. Maybe like the champagne color on the lid. Shadow blending brush. This is really big. I'm trying to only use these brushes. I guess I'm just gonna have to use a different brush for highlighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this huge ass brush, which is J5 round eyeshadow blending brush, and it's super fucking huge. It's like really big. And I'm gonna go in with thinking I'm gonna take this. Now this one doesn't have any. Do all of them have no names? I don't think any of them have names on them. Okay, so some palettes have names on them. Like this one, the Sahara palette, has names on them. I don't know if you can tell at the bottom here, it has like a name. But the Zulu and the Nubian don't, and I'm pretty sure other ones don't. I haven't like looked that far. So I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go into the Nubian palette. I'm gonna take this shade right here, and I'm gonna put that on my crease. I do know from the Zulu palette, if they're, let's zoom you guys in with it. If their formula is consistent, then their eyeshadows blend really nice. Like super nice. I don't think I had any problems with their eyeshadows. And their shimmers are like crazy. Just crazy. That's actually a really nice color. That's really nice. Beautifully, like, do you guys see that? They just blend out so nice. That it's kind of like you don't even need to really be super safe. That's a nice color. I think I'm going to take the color next to that, which is like the same thing, except the tints are darker, and I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to focus this on the outer V and then drag it in. Oh yeah, it basically looks like the same shade. So you can probably skip this step because now that one has a lot of kickback. So back into the Nubian palette, I'm just going to take this one right here. This color on the back, the bottom row. I like this eyeshadow almost the most because it's like, it's small, it's compact, so you can travel with it, right? And it just has all your neutrals, you know? And when you're traveling, you want an eyeshadow palette that's going to match what you have going on. And if you're not trying to be doing too much, the neutrals is definitely the way to go. Everybody needs a good neutral palette. I'm not really liking this brush too much. This is the J6 Buffer eyeshadow brush. So I just feel like they need a brush between these. They just have these two sizes. Where is the medium blending brush? Where's the medium blending brush at? Why do I have an extra large and a small? Like, I just want a medium. Some of the eyeshadow has kicked up where I don't want it. Do you see it right there? I'm going to go ahead, take this huge ass brush. Do you see what I mean? It just blends. It's, oh my god, you guys. These eyeshadows, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. It just blended. It just blended. It just blends. Like, okay, so I'm feeling like I still need more depth inside there. So I'm going to go into the Nubian 2. I think I'm going to take Kenya. So the Nubian 2 has words. So I'm going to take Kenya right here. And these pan sizes are so big, you guys can use these for blushes, for highlights. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the purple ones. And this is JP006 blending brush. It looks like this. Slightly smaller. And I'm just going to take just a little bit on the tip there. Tap off the excess and you're left with. And put that. The past like week, 2 weeks. I just had somebody come and visit me from Indianapolis and I had to go get them. And it was a 7-hour drive to like go get them and come back because it's 3.5 hours both ways. And I just feel like you guys, when somebody does that for you, I just feel like you guys should be like grateful and not be a lame, incoherent, ungrateful sack of boredom when you come visit me for a couple of days, you know? Like, that makes me not want to have anybody else visit me. You're just going to be trash while you're here. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. This brush I could get down with. It's kind of getting right up where I want it to be, you know? It's kind of getting all up in there. But a nice shimmery shade on the lid. I think I might go in with this one. This one's kind of nice, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and take Zuri from the Nubian 2 palette right here. Oh, we have a plethora of flat brushes to choose from. I think I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. J7 Small Shimmer Brush. Oh, it's for shimmer. I'm using it for shimmer. And let's see what it looks like one time with no setting spray. Because if memory serves me right, it looks cray. Let's see. Okay, well. Maybe not this eyeshadow. But I did try one before. Let's try one of the white brushes, I guess. Let's see. I did try one before and it was crazy. Oh no, it's not giving me what I needed to give me. Maybe I'll try my finger. Before it was like insane pigmented. Not this shade in particular, but I'm just saying like when I did a look with the blue shimmers. So good. Who do I think I am? Where do I think I'm going? Because after this, I'm literally cleaning my room. So, like, who am I? I don't know who I thought I am. And then I think I'm going to take some of Sheba, which is this topaz looking one right here. And put that, like, on the outer corners with another finger of mine, I guess. And put that here. That's kind of cute. And then for the under eye, since we have these flat shader brushes, I'm just going to take this one. It's Juvia'S J9 Brow Definer. I've never used one of these to define the brow, but that's your business, Juvia. That's your business. I'm just going to take Kenya, the color we use to deepen up our crease. And I'm going to push that close to my under eye. For like a liner type of moment. A blending brush. And I'm going to go into the first Nubian palette. And I'm going to take a mixture of this shade here and this shade up here that we used earlier and blend out the eyeliner looking thing, if it'll do anything. Okay, and then I'm gonna put on some mascara and I'll be right back since that's not part of the video. Alright, so I put on my mascara and some lipstick since I didn't get anything that they have, and I thought that we could go into highlighters. So I have 2 different highlighters today. I have the one from the blush palette, which I have already used and I know I love. And we also have one of the Nubian Loose highlighter by Juvia'S Place, and this one is in the shade Nefertiti, and this is the packaging here. I think it's really cute, and we can open it up. I've swatched it, but I've never put it on my cheeks. And here's the packaging. And oh, well, I'm moving it around, so like all of that, which I could just go ahead and put on this regular highlighter first, and then we'll put the loose highlighter on top of that. So first I'm going to spray my face with a Kat Von D Lock-It. Okay, I did it before I did my highlighter. And I'm going to take, I use this highlighter brush all the time. This is the Morphe M531. I mean, you can use it as a blending brush. I use it as a highlighter. And first I'm going to take Zoba, which is this pink highlighter from the palette, so you guys can see just how beautiful this pink highlighter is. It's so gorgeous. Ready? Are you guys ready? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this, jelly. I don't think you're ready for this. My body looks so bootylicious for your bird. I don't think you ready for this jelly. I have a calf, but I love how it has like this pinky goldy shift. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if it's catching it or not, but it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I just want my whole face to look like that. Okay, so now we know how that one looks. I'm excited to dive in to, oh, this liquid highlighter. I'm just going to pour some into the cap and not even use a quarter of that. Like, look at how much that is. Really tap that off. And let's see how it looks, guys. Together for the first time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who am I? Where am I going? Where do I think I'm going? Like, where am I? Who am I? Who are my parents? Where are they? Ready? Watch this. Ready? Are we watching this? Hang on, let me get some more. Let's not all lose our shit. Ready? Ready? Oh my gosh. Final thoughts. So, I love the palettes. Well, okay, I love everything. I mean, the brushes, they're okay. They're okay brushes. They get the job done. There's nothing too spectacular about them. I feel like with some of the blending brushes, it took me a minute, especially with the smaller one. It took me a little bit of a second to get the pigment to actually stay on the brush to put it into, to put it on my face, you know. I'm just adding my brushes to my little collection. Because I have them in this little cup. But anyways, so let's see, you guys. This is out. Okay. So my final thoughts about Juvia'S Place. Will I repurchase? That is the number one question I ask myself when I'm trying out something new. Is it something that I can buy from, can I rebuy the same product or rebuy from the same brand and be satisfied with what it stands for and what's going on with it? I am satisfied with the eyeshadows, with the highlighters, with everything. My favorite thing, my favorite palette would have to be, like I said, the Zulu palette. When I look at this palette, I just get so much inspiration. And like, there was a look I did where I used these three in the transitions, and then I used this. This is the one where I got the actual eyeshadow. You see how I got the eyeshadow and the shimmer? I used this on my eyes and this somewhere else, and it was really beautiful. I've even used this purple for something. This is the kind of shade that reminds me of my highlighter that I put on, where it's like this goldy orange, but not, the highlighter is not as saturated. But all of these palettes, I feel like you can look at these palettes, and if I could open up another one, you can look at these palettes and you can see, like, I could do something with these four, I could do something with these four, these four, these four, I could do something with all of these, and there's just so many different things that you could do. There's so many creative colors. Like, look at this color, look at this burnt orange color, and like, you think, oh, it's similar to the orange you have in the Zulu palette. But then when you go to the Zulu palette and you swatch it, obviously these are two different oranges. I have an orange look right now that I can do. Like, do you know what I mean? Their eyeshadows are so cheap in general, and the fact that I got them on sale, which was kind of like I was paying almost only $10 per palette, which to me is just amazing. The pigmentation is unreal. And I've dabbled in a couple of these. I've swatched a few of them, and I've dabbled in like 1 or 2 shades in the palette. As you can see here with all of this fallout here, I've used like this shade, and this shade. I will say for sure, hands down, these shimmers are some of the best, most pigmented shimmers I've ever used. I did do an eye look where it was like these blues and everything, and I never sprayed my brush once, and they were so pigmented it looked like I had sprayed my brush, and I was just like, Okay, that's what we doing. Juvia'S Place, that's what we're doing. I will say with the blush palette, I feel like me personally, I'm wavering on being too fair for this palette. So if you're lighter than me, I wouldn't even recommend you buy this. You really can't. I mean, just in general, I really can't even use some of these shades. Like, I can't use this shade. I don't think I would use this shade. This shade right here is pushing it for me. And when I go to use this bronzer, even though it looks kind of brown in there, it just swatches orange on me and makes it look like I have on blush. So as you guys can see. So if there's anything I would definitely buy from them, I would definitely recommend out of all palettes, the Zulu palette and the Nubian 2, just because I feel like these two, you're getting really huge pan sizes. Okay, like look at how big. Oh Jesus, oh god, I just nicked this palette. Ugh, whatever. You're getting really big pan sizes, and you can do a plethora of different things with both of these palettes. Wearable, non-wearable, same here, more wearable, but you still have these pops of colors in there. This one to me really has a lot of shimmers, more shimmers than mattes anyways. And the Nubian palette, which is something I'm more of a collector of shimmers myself. The blush palette I did enjoy, but like I said, it has its ups and downs. That highlighter in there is hands down one of my favorite highlighters. I'm using that one a lot. I love that. It looks good on my skin tone. It's not too crazy, and it doesn't have a cast on the side. That's something I'm really, really big on. And obviously I love the loose highlighter. Please get the loose highlighter. I think I paid like $9 or something for this, or $11 for this loose highlighter. They do have a darker shade if you are darker than me, but I feel like this one looks pretty good on a lot of people. So overall, I'm liking the brand. I think I might buy some more from them. I think I'm gonna be a minute because I have to go through and like use all of these palettes first. But I know that it just came out with like a warrior palette or something, which is full of like greens, which I'm all about. So maybe you guys will see more of these palettes on my channel, and more of me using this brand in the channel. But I think for right now, your girl is okay on Juvia'S Place. Like, I think she's fine, you know. I think she's gonna be okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys are liking these kind of videos. This video is like probably 50 minutes long. I hope you guys are liking these videos. I'm trying to do different stuff and try new things, and you know, get it together. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I like Juvia'S Place. Okay, bye.